From shady private Facebook groups to secret codes, today's video dives deep into little-known TSA secrets that they would rather passengers didn't know. The first thing that TSA agents don't want you to know is that they have less power than most passengers would expect. While they seem to have a lot of control at airport security, their primary role is to detect potential threats and enforce travel regulations. Their job is also to guide you through the security screening process, which involves tasks like checking your boarding pass, telling you what to put in the screening bin, and conducting searches if an alarm is triggered. TSA agents can ask you to do things like empty your pockets or stand for a body scan, but there's a lot they cannot ask. For instance, they cannot force you to unlock your phone or give them the password to your laptop. They also cannot make you place your passport in a screening bin. You can keep it with you at all times, including through the body scanner. TSA agents are not police officers, and they cannot arrest you. However, they do have the ability to escalate matters to law enforcement. If there's cause, the police will quickly arrive on the scene and, if necessary, make an arrest. This is something many passengers don't realize. While TSA plays an important role in security, their authority is limited compared to the police or other law enforcement agencies. The second thing that TSA agents don't want passengers to know is that they are trained in a special detection method called SPOT, which stands for Screening of Passengers by Observation Techniques. It might sound like something from a spy movie, but this technique is used by agents to identify potential threats through behavioral observation rather than physical searches alone. TSA agents are trained to spot subtle psychological cues that could indicate stress, fear, or deception. This could include things like avoiding eye contact, excessive fidgeting, or sweating. These are all signals that agents are trained to look for when screening passengers. While these behaviors can be signs of a potential threat, it's important to note that many of us show these same behaviors simply because we're nervous about going through security. I've been through airport security well over 100 times, and I still get a little bit nervous as I'm lining up for the screening process. Do you feel the same way? Let us know in the comments if you get nervous when you go through security. It's totally normal, but it's also something TSA agents are trained to recognize. If you're flagged as a threat, chances are you won't even know it. TSA agents use secret codes to discreetly communicate with their colleagues about passengers they suspect might pose a security risk. One common method is marking a passenger's boarding pass. After your boarding pass is checked, you might notice some scribbles or codes on it when it's handed back to you. In most cases, these marks are routine notations like the initials of the agent who screened you. But if you spot SSS on your boarding pass, that's a red flag. It stands for Secondary Security Screening Selection, and it means you've been selected for extra screening. This can happen for various reasons, including random selection, so don't take it personally. If you see that code, be prepared for additional checks, which could involve your luggage being searched and you answering some extra questions. Now let's talk about secret number 4. TSA agents may use codes to discuss more than just security concerns. They also use secret codes to talk about passengers in less than professional ways. They might have code words for passengers they find attractive or annoying, and you could be the subject of their conversation without even realizing it. But that's not all. In 2019, a private Facebook group called TSA Break Room came under fire when it was discovered that it included around 18,000 current and former TSA employees. Members of this group used it to vent about passengers, sometimes using very offensive or even racist language. Some posts were worse than just complaining. They included messages wishing harm on travelers or making derogatory comments about them. While this incident was shocking, it highlights something that many passengers might not realize. TSA agents are human too, and they might not always maintain the level of professionalism we expect from them. Though most TSA agents are dedicated and professional, this event also raised concerns about the behavior of a small minority of agents. It also prompted discussions about the need for better oversight and accountability within the TSA. Secret number 5 is about job security. Many passengers don't realize how difficult it is to get a TSA agent fired, no matter how bad their behavior might be. TSA agents enjoy strong job protection. especially once they've passed their initial 2-year probationary period. After this probation period, it becomes significantly harder to dismiss an agent unless they commit a serious offense or crime. This strong job security can make it difficult for passengers to hold agents accountable for unprofessional behavior, even if it's witnessed by others. While most TSA agents are serious about their work, addressing problematic behavior can often be a drawn-out process. Another secret you might not know is just how much of your body TSA agents have probably seen. If you've been through airport security since the early 2000s, you may be surprised to learn that the body scanners used to be far less private. In the early days, these scanners lacked privacy protections, and TSA agents could actually see naked images of passengers as they went through security. While this was obviously concerning, the good news is that these scanners were removed from airports in 2013, and the newer machines are designed to generate generic, shapeless images of the body. This was a significant improvement in privacy for passengers, though some still feel uncomfortable with the idea of body scanners altogether. Another secret that TSA doesn't want you to know is that they take no responsibility for lost or damaged items during the screening process, unless it can be proven that an agent was directly at fault. This can be frustrating for passengers who are following instructions and doing everything they're told, only to find that their items are missing or damaged after going through security. While theft and damage are relatively rare, there have been cases where TSA agents or even other passengers have stolen or damaged belongings during the screening process. To minimize the risk of this happening, if you're traveling with others, consider spacing out in line so that one person can keep an eye on the bags while the other goes through security. If you're traveling alone, be mindful of the order in which you place your items in the bins. Items that go through the scanner first will be unattended for the longest time, so it's a good idea to place less valuable or replaceable items, like shoes or liquids, in the first bins. Keep your wallet, electronics, and other valuable items in the last bins so that they're left unattended for as little time as possible. It's also important to remember that all checked luggage is scanned by TSA, not just carry-ons. TSA is legally required to scan every checked bag. If something suspicious is detected, or if a detection dog alerts agents, they may need to open your bag for a closer inspection. In some cases, TSA agents will cut locks or even open plastic-wrapped suitcases to check for any issues. According to the TSA, about 5% of checked bags require a physical inspection, while the rest are cleared electronically. If your bag is inspected, agents are required to leave a note inside indicating that it was searched. But if you find a cut lock or other signs of tampering without a note, that's a red flag. It could mean someone other than the TSA had access to your luggage. TSA tracks all agent inspections using barcodes on your luggage tag, so be sure to report any signs of tampering or missing items. Even if there's no note inside your suitcase, TSA may be able to track down who accessed your bag. It's also a good idea to check the inside of your bag before leaving the airport, just in case something has gone missing or been damaged. Secret number 8 is that the TSA agents are not immune to biases. While TSA agents are trained to treat every passenger fairly and equally, research and reports have shown that, like many people in other professions, they can have unconscious biases. Studies have found that airport security personnel sometimes display tendencies to subject certain groups of people to more intense scrutiny than others based on factors like race, gender, and ethnicity. This can lead to passengers from certain backgrounds being singled out for additional questioning or searches, even though there may be no legitimate reason for it. In 2017, the Department of Homeland Security released a report that indicated racial profiling might be happening at airport security lines, with minority travelers more likely to be subjected to invasive searches or extended screenings. While the TSA has policies in place to prevent discrimination, including diversity and inclusion training, unconscious bias is still a real concern. It's important for travelers to know that if they feel they're being unfairly targeted or treated with prejudice, they have the right to file a complaint with the TSA. You can report any discriminatory behavior, and the TSA is required to investigate these claims. It's also worth mentioning that some airports have set up passenger advocacy programs, which can provide support if you're treated unfairly at security. This isn't something that happens regularly or in every instance, but it's a secret that the TSA doesn't want passengers to feel they have to be overly concerned about. Still, knowing your rights and recognizing when you might be unfairly treated can help ensure a smoother airport experience. Lastly, as a final tip, if you want to protect your checked luggage from theft, be cautious about what you pack. Keep valuables like electronics and jewelry in your carry-on whenever possible. And if you must pack something valuable in your checked luggage, make sure it's well protected. Lock your suitcase, but remember that the TSA may cut the lock if they need to inspect it. To reduce the chances of theft, don't leave anything of significant value in your luggage that could be easily taken by someone else. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join us for more travel tips and hacks each week. I'll link to a video in the description with tips to keep your checked luggage safe from theft, as both TSA agents and baggage handlers have been caught stealing from passengers. Also, please hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Visit the links in the description if you can. Any purchase you make will help to support the channel at no extra cost to you. Until then, see you in the next video. And of course, safe travels.